Welcome to Sunday Brunch, powered in part by Backyard on Bell and Classic of Denton.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today on DentonRadio.com. My name is Kyle Beats. You are tuned into Sunday Brunch right now. So I've got a treat for y'all today. We're going to change up the programming a little bit here. Every once in a while, I like to kind of show you guys how I make the beats or how I design them, stuff like that. So, and then who the samples are and things of that nature. So, right now, what is playing is Hiroshi Sato, and the track is called Last Trick. So we're actually going to sample this tonight, and we're going to turn this into a beat. So the first thing that I always like to do, of course, is find your sample. And see what's good about it. See what you can find. You can turn on your click, so that you'll have a little. And so when I put this into Ableton, it says that the beat is at 144 BPM. So I can turn it up, because right now we're at 120. So at halftime, you know that this beat is 72, you know? So if we want to, we can get crazy, and we can actually boost this beat all the way up to 190 if we want to. It's not my personal favorite. I like to have it right there at 180, and that's 90 BPM. Now it's going to sound super, super fast, not the beat. See, that actually sounds pretty much just fine. And so you can loop that part right there. And you can decide like what BPM you like and what you want to work with. I honestly change it all the time. So the program that I use is Ableton. This is an Ableton Performance Controller. That's what the APC right here stands for. Each one of these pads right here is a different sample if I program it that way. So right now you can see that this is flashing green. That means when I hit it, that sample is going to start, and it continues to flash green. But if I hit this button and it stops, then the sample cuts out. All right. So there's different variations of how these buttons will react. You can have them count 1 bar, 2 bars, 4 bars, 8 bars, 16 bars, or no bars at all. So if you wanted to have no bars counting at all, you just see. So I can just kind of click it and do that thing. But I'm going to have that going. Now the sample's a little on the quiet side. So what I like to do is also throw a saturator on it. And the saturator brings it out. You don't want it to be too loud. Of course, you want to like watch the volume in the program, of course. So now we've got this simple loop going on, and we're going to work with that loop now. So I've got, and once again, that pad right there is that sample. So you'll see, if I click that, it changes it. But this is the first sample that we're going to work with right now. I have a drum rack set up already. If you don't know how to set up drum racks, then I highly recommend you can type that into YouTube and just type in creating a drum rack in Ableton Live. There's so many tutorials out there now that it makes it a lot easier to get a grip on the basics. All right? Sweet. So then from there, what I like to do is I'll kind of start off with a basic kick and snare that I really like. I use the Swoom, S-W-U-M, drum pack. Some people make their own drums. Some people record their own drums. This is just how I choose to do it, so you can choose to do it however you like as well. And then you'll see that right here is, I'm actually going to change the color so you guys can see it a little bit better. Boom. All right. That's the other thing that's cool, you can change the pad colors. So cool. Now it's red. So if I hit that, let me show y'all real quick. You're going to start to hear a beat. But the beat is really, really fast, right? All right, that doesn't sound like a hip-hop beat. And that's because we have the beat at 180 BPM. And so now we've got a little bit of like a kind of a swing thing going on. So what I'll do is you come here slow it down a little bit. Let's see. See what I said? Like, I like that even more already, so. Alright, so since this is at 150, that means it's going to be at 75 BPM half-timed. That's for like more of electronic music, you would have like dubstep and stuff is made at that. And then in hip-hop, it's going to have a little bit more of a trap feel. Not as far as, you know, with like, it'll have like the rolling hi-hats and stuff like that. So then what I start to do is I've got my drum rack, and now what I do is I start to make a different versions of that beat, because right now it's just this. Also, when I click this button, well, usually when I click this 4, it takes the guitar out, and now I just have the drums. So you can hear the drum beat is really, really simple right now. It's just that, just a kick and a snare. And so then you can go, and then that clicks to your next whatever part in the beat you want to do. So if it's like this, so yeah, that's how that works right there. And that is one of the process. That's one of the ways that I will start to work on a beat. And I like to have at least 4 different drum patterns. So I've got one here and one here. So I need 2 more here and here. So what I'll do there is kind of just check stuff out. See, I don't like that. I don't want that. So let's put one after the kick, or after the snare. So it would be like this. Alright, cool. So I'm hearing it in my head now. And I normally don't make stuff at 75, but every once in a while, I do. Alright, cool. So now I'm going to record my beat. Cool. And so we just recorded that. A few of my buttons on my mixer or controller aren't working, but that's fine. Cool. So here you go. Sweet. So that's how that's going to start out right there. What I'll do also is just to start it off, because you know you don't want to. I'm not going to have my drums normally playing right off the bat, but this is just the beginning start of the beat. And hopefully, if I do this fast enough, then you know, I'll have something pretty good by the end of the 45-minute hour period here. So let's see. Okay. Cool. So now my beat will be my drums are all the way to, I've got 17 bars, 16 bars. Okay. And I extend that all, you know, pull that all the way out there. Cool. Oh, hey, yeah, that's a little off time now. Let's fix that real quick. Don't even pay attention to that. Ooh, hold on. We're going to fix this real quick because for some reason it has decided to go haywire on me. So let me fix my game real quick. All right, cool. So that is working now. So just to kind of roll with things here, I'm gonna start kind of going deeper into the song and the sample and seeing what I can pull out of it. So if we started off at the beginning, not right there. All right, cool. So yeah, I like that. That's neat. That's a fun new part of the song right there. And you know, there's times where I'm gonna start to just get more creative and start having more fun with the samples. So that's what I'm gonna start to do here. You will see this, and we'll see. Maybe we can chop this beat up ourselves, and that way it doesn't. You're not you're not pretty much just taking a track, putting it into Ableton, and then making a drum beat. You're kind of turning it into something new, something that's a little less recognizable. But if somebody who kind of knew Hiroshi Sato heard this, they'd be like, wait, I recognize this. So you're going to see some of these pads are going to start to change, which is a good thing. They're going to start to change colors, so I'll get my hand out of the way there. So you're going to have one that's going to become kind of a greenish color. This one's going to become a dark blue. And then we'll have a kind of pink right there. Cool. And so now what I'm going to do here is start chopping this song up. But I'll have a beat going. Cool. And so that way, now I can start to mess with it, create my own kind of sounds from this single sample right here. And sometimes, here, let's even see what happens here. I'm going to reverse the sample. That's always a fun thing to do. Just reverse it, see what happens. So that's actually with it reversed, and that's actually pretty cool sounding. So all right, see, now I'm getting ideas. Well, I'm probably not even going to have what I originally started with when this is all finished and done at all, because I really like the way that this reversed sample sounds. But I don't like that. That's too harsh on the ears. All right, cool. I like that. Neat. All right, so now we're just kind of messing around, having fun, figuring stuff out. All right, so I'm also really liking that right there. So now I've got cool. So yeah, that's part of it. I'm really liking the way this is sounding so far. Might end up changing up the beat. It always happens. Usually what you first start with is not what you're going to end up with. So each one of these pads is a different sample now. So but let's go ahead and we're going to slow this down even more. Neat. Okay, cool. think I've said that a couple times. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get these samples. Let's see here. Yeah, my mind's starting to change on things. Alright, cool. So I think what I actually want to do is slow this down, this beat in general, and let's bring it way down and see what happens. Because if we really slow that... Alright, cool. So see, now I'm feeling a bit more of like a jazz hip-hop kind of vibe inside of this beat now. So I'm going to change things up a little bit. That's just the way it goes. Cool. Sweet. So this is now a new beat. Cool. Alright, cool. So it's new, it's different now. Once again, I know I changed things up, but that's usually what happens. So yeah, I'm gonna go with it right here. Alright. So let's do this one right here. And I'm doing the same thing again. I'm gonna make four beats with 4 different kind of drum patterns, and then switch it up a little bit and see what happens. Alright. We're going to put hi-hats in this very soon. Okay. Alright. There we go. Let's see. Alright. So now I'm gonna play some stiff. But let's see how I've got like some different... Sometimes I make the hi-hats myself, but I also have some hi-hat samples that I use a lot. And you can get these off of Splice. If you don't have Splice and you like to make beats, I highly recommend you get Splice, because thousands of sounds right there at your fingertips, so works out pretty good. Well, let's see. Let's try that one on. Why not? Nah. That's not what we're looking for. That's better. Alright, cool. So now you're going to kind of get the feel for how it all comes together somewhat. It's not 100% done, but let's see what happens. I've got the drum beats. I've got the different samples lined up too. So as you can see, as I'm moving stuff around, these are changing. So now I have a hi-hat here. I've got a sample here, and then the other 2 underneath it. And then I also have all of my drum loops. So for instance, here's just the drums. So those are the different ones that you'll use right there. So now I'm going to go and record the beat. And right here, we're just recording the beat. And then we'll go put our samples back over. All right, sweet. Okay. All right. So we're going to get rid of that real quick. Let's take this, and so what I'm doing right now is I'm deleting all of the old drum loop that I had because I'm not going to use it anymore because I was inspired to go different on this. All right. And I'll go ahead and hit the hi-hats off too. And so now you can hear it's just the beat of the song. So, start off here. All right, we're going to go ahead and... So what I just did is I made it so that I... So I'm happy with that beat that we've got going on there. I'm happy with the beat. I'm going to keep messing with the sample because that's the fun part now. So I've got it reversed right now. But you never know. I might move it around. So let's see. There are parts where he starts to sing in this track. If you're curious as to what the beat or the sample originally sounded like, just go back to the very beginning and you'll hear it. Yeah, that is not a good one. But that's what's going to happen. It's going to be trial and error, clicking around. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to change the pitch of the beat to give it a little bit more kind of movement because it's a song that's reversed. So. All right, cool. So that gives me an idea. I feel like I could put some horn, like a good horn sample in this, and I feel like we've kind of already got one by accident, which is always nice when that stuff happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a ping pong delay on this sample right here. That it's very annoying and I don't like it, but it's going to give us that little. Right there, and we are going to use that as to kind of give this track a little bit more fill. If that doesn't work, then I've got other horn samples. Horn samples are probably the thing that I use the most as far as samples and not playing original because I don't know how to play the horns. All right, so we're going to go grab a ping pong delay, which will make the sample do this right here. All right. And then what we're going to do is click the saturator off of there because I don't want it to be the I don't want it to be as loud as the main sample. We're going to go get one of my personal favorite reverbs that Ableton has. It is called Long Tail, and what that does is it gives it a nice, see? Now it's not as harsh now. Another thing that I'll do is I will use some sidechain compression. So every time the kick drum hits, the horn will duck underneath that kick drum. If you don't do that, give it a try. You'll be happy with the results. So then we click. All right. And if you really want to, you can do a little like. But then you run the risk of canceling out your drum rack. So like if you press one of the samples, it cancels out all the drum rack stuff that you previously imprinted onto Ableton. So yeah, that's kind of the process. Right there. I'm going to go for about 5 more minutes here and just have a little bit of fun with the sample. And who knows, this one is probably going to pop up on the SoundCloud. So if you guys have liked the show today, make sure you go to our Facebook page. Please click the like button at dentonradio.com. You can also find us on Sunday Brunch under Facebook. And go on down to our sponsor, Backyard on Bell. Today we've got YSA, and then we've got DJ Dancy Doctor, who are going to be playing down there. I'm going to be opening it up at noon, and then you can catch me back here at 1. All right. So if you've enjoyed the show, you can tune in every single Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. right here on dentonradio.com. And normally I'll do a mix, so you can have an hour of beautiful, chill, relaxing music. Today I wanted to change things up a little bit. I didn't have a lot of time to basically dig for new music this week, but I did have a little time to find some new samples, and I decided that, hey, let's kind of walk people through some of the process. This is how some of the guys that I play make music. This is how I personally do it. I also have some a keyboard and some other stuff that I'll use that is back at my apartment, aka my studio. So, all right, yeah, I got about 5 more minutes, and I'm just going to kind of play around and have fun, and I'll talk a little bit, but yeah. All right. Cool. I'm really liking the way that this is feeling. So I'm going to go ahead and let's do a little recording real quick here. And now I've got it so that the main sample, let me show you guys how that can change. That main sample, notice how it ducks under the kick. Now, it kind of, it's a strange technique to use, but it does kind of give the beat a bit more bounce and groove. It makes it a bit more interesting. So here we go. cool. So yeah, that's kind of the process right there that you guys just witnessed of putting these beats together. Not nearly done. I don't know how some of these guys do this stuff in an hour, but they do it. So, ooh, stop recording when I don't want you to. Control Z. There we go. Right on. All right, cool. So I'm pretty happy with how this went so far. I hope that y'all kind of enjoyed listening to the process and how all this stuff changes, how the beats kind of evolve throughout the time. And I'm going to go ahead and save this, and we'll just save it under new beat. You know, I don't have to come up with a name right now. So I hope that y'all have enjoyed the show. Make sure that y'all tune in next Sunday right here on DentonRadio.com. For Sunday Brunch, I'll have a whole heap and helping new music for y'all, whole brand new mix as well. So come and check us out down there at Backyard on Bell. We're there every single Sunday from noon to 3, $2 mimosas and breakfast pizzas. Make sure y'all stop by. Thanks for tuning in and chilling out right here on DentonRadio.com. Peace.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com to find more local artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure to check out our friends Backyard on Bell at backyardonbell.com and our friends Classic of Denton at classicofdenton.com. Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com to find more local artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure to check out our friends Backyard on Bell at backyardonbell.com and our friends Classic of Denton at classicofdenton.com. Welcome to DentonRadio.com, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
Thank you very much. Golden Triangle Mall. Wonderful people of Denton. I'm Drew. The band Drew's Peace Crush has my name in it because I have a big ego. Obviously, I'm the lead singer. I'm excited to be back here this summer. Got the opportunity to play here a few times last year. It's a nice little place to play with the fountains and everything. So I'm going to play you a bunch of original music. That was one off my band's first record called Hang. And I'm going to mix it up with a bunch of songs that are not original that you recognize or might recognize so that I don't alienate the entire audience. And hello to the viewers and listeners online on denradio.com that puts this thing on. Thanks for having me. I'm all caught, see you on TV, since shit done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, I said I wouldn't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hate to say we changed in love, we made it. Yeah, we made it. It was never friendly, yeah. Now I'm jumping off the Bentley, yeah. And I know it's not dramatic, yeah. But I knew I wanted to have it, yeah. For the money, I'm a savage, yeah. Got me itchy like a habit, yeah. I'm surrounded with embarrassed, yeah. But they didn't know me last year. Everyone wanna act like they important, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, but all that mean nothing when I saw my dog, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone counting on me, drop the ball, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything cussing like I'm at the border, yeah. If you love me when you put your lighters to the sky, how could I make sense when I got millions on my mind? Coming with that bullshit, I just put it to the side. Ballin' since a baby, they could see it in my eyes. My mama called, seen you on TV, since the shit done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I wouldn't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hate and say we changed in love, we made it. Yeah, we made it. I was patient, yeah. Oh, I was patient. Now I can scream that we made it. Now everywhere I go, they say congratulations. Young, graduation. I'll pick up the rock and I'll ball, babe. I'm looking for someone to call, babe. But right now I got a situation, never old. Ben Franklin's, big rings, champagne. My life is like a ball game, but instead I'm in the trap though. Pot so big, call it Super Bowl. Super Bowl colors, get in the rows. Top of lifestyle, Archer and Post Malone. I gotta play on my phone. You know what I'm on. Bunch of Houdini is gone. My mama called, see you on TV, since shit done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I wouldn't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hate and say we changed and look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. My mama called, see you